3.
So I just finished up with a civil petition for domestic violence, injunction, stalking, and it was denied based on lack of evidence. I would encourage anybody that comes in, do your research on your claimant who is bringing this against you, your petitioner.
What was the petitioner alleging in your case?
Stalking, driving by, and I was simply trying to claim the property that we had accumulated together over a.
So you did go by her
two-year
house?
Yeah.
But it was for legitimate reasons?
Legitimate reasons. Not to knock on your door, I love you, any of that sort of garbage. It was simply, I want to get my stuff back. I want to give you your stuff back. And that was pretty cut and dry. There was no, in any of the emails she has sent, there is no evidence to state anything of the such. Now, this is a Pinellas County school teacher out of Ozona Elementary, so any parent that
would you like to give her
student
name?
there, I won't right now.
Okay.
But in the future, we can talk about that. She does have some serious pending investigations going against her. I would highly advise any parent.
What are the nature of those?
Photos. I'll leave it at that for right now, because that's all I can really say. I can't really delve too much into the.
Okay, you're afraid that might jeopardize something or compromise something?
Yeah, I don't think it'll jeopardize, compromise, but just for now.
Okay, tell us about
because
more.
I know the legal situation, and I know how it can be affected.
Tell us more about your situation, your relationship with her. What's the worst it's ever gotten between you two, as far as threats or mean to each other or anything like that?
Last Monday, the 14th, she had been dodging me on receiving my property, picking up my property from her home. So I decided I'm going to swing by. I have friends that live in the same exact neighborhood that she lives in. Seen she had pulled into her house, I stopped in. Where are my pillows?
So you're looking for your pillows?
Yeah.
How many pillows?
I had other things. I had just that was just the topic of the moment. And
what's the total dollar value of your items that are at her house?
I would say probably $3,100.
Okay.
And that's not in addition to monies that I've loaned her over the years.
Was there anything in writing for these loans?
We actually do have a Cash App fund where we can have the paper trail.
So neither of you have physically threatened either of the other one, okay?
Neither
So
one of us.
her major,
the only thing is, on the 14th, she was proceeding to hand me things, and as I was putting them in the backseat of my car, she takes the last pillow, or I believe it was the pillow, and she had her keys in her hand, and she pushes it. She pushes me, and then she pushes her keys into my face, which scratched my face. Pinellas County deputies did nothing.
So you sustained a battery, you sustained an injury at her hand? So it wasn't just a pillow fight?
No, definitely wasn't that. But
how long have you been with her? How long had you dated her?
2 years.
Okay. How'd you meet her?
Through a couple of friends.
Would you say that the Pinellas County domestic violence injunction courtroom is a good place to pick up girls?
Definitely isn't, and it definitely wasn't with this one, because she's obviously got some mental health issues, unresolved anger, and hostility issues with regards to her ex-husband, and she's a little pissed off and upset that I am not backing down off of returning to court with her ex-husband regarding her allegations for modifications for child support, when she clearly spends thousands of dollars a month and has trouble paying her own mortgage note.
What does she spend it on? What kind of, is it frivolous spending?
Frivolous spending. It's going out to eat. It's going out to drink with friends. It's going and having weekend hotel visits with friends, and you know, it's got to get shut down, because if it's not shut down, it's gonna back this court up for days and years on end with stupidity from people like this.
So tell me about how do you feel about her now?
It's just a matter of time before, you know, the hammer comes down and she's buried, either financially or with her child.
But do you love her? Do you hate her? Tell us about your feelings towards her today,
Personally, I would have the closure I wanted if we could sit down across the table from each other. Or
so you'd like to get together with her?
Just to sit and talk, just so I can have the personal closure that I feel is have. And I would encourage anybody that's in a relationship.
You still love her, don't you?
Yeah, to some degree, not gonna lie. But to get some personal closure, I would encourage anybody to do that. Get mutual friends, you know, that have no they have no stake in the argument, and just sit down and talk about it. It's plain and simple. You could save yourselves a hell of a lot of time taking days
Is
off
part of the
work.
reason you want to be a participant, or let her know that you want to be a participant in matters with her and her ex-husband, is just because you want her to talk to you again?
No, it comes down to being with her for as long as I have and locating where she's spending her money at. I have helped her financially. I can tell you for a fact I've actually helped her with her deductible for a car accident.
What's
her
the
son
total
had.
amount of money you've given or loaned her that you haven't been paid back over the course of your relationship?
If you take property and you take financial gain, monies, purchases of her food, trips to New York, you're probably looking at $6,000-7,000 easily, combined with property. And
If she were to sit down